How you doing, fam bam? This is Chris Minzo here. I have some really interesting information about AMD's Ryzen 8000 series chipsets. I know it felt like yesterday that AMD's Ryzen 7000 series chipsets have been released back of October of 2022. And especially they just released the X3D chipsets back of February and March of 2023. So what does AMD exactly plan to hold for us in the future, or what do they plan to build? Thanks to Kaze, he leaked out some pretty good information about what it can possibly hold. This is all thanks because they had the Meet the Greet webinar when it came to their investors into AMD and their partners. And they did mention that with the AMD's Ryzen 7000 series, which they're not quite done yet, may be built with Navi 3. As we all know, AMD's Ryzen 7000 series chipsets currently does not have Navi 3 and they are built with RDNA 2. So this can also be a big improvement, which could be coming up as soon as later this year of Q4 of 2023. Now with AMD's Ryzen 8000 series, with their roadmap, they did promise everybody out there that they will stick with LGA 1718. Which is true. They will hold true to their word, and that they are building Zen 5, AMD's Ryzen 8000 series processors for their LGA 1718 sockets. So you can easily just swap it out and just update the BIOS and just change out the processor if you want to do this upgrade. Now, what exactly does AMD's Ryzen 8000 series chipset hold? They did mention that it will have built-in Navi 3.5. So there will be an improvement in this processor, which will be just as powerful as a low-end graphics card, which is pretty insane. So you can even have this to hold you off if you have a build in mind where you can't just get the graphics card yet, and you can just install this processor, which can be an APU. This is also part of a long-awaited rumor when it came to Phoenix and Strix Point. This is something that AMD is kind of keeping their word. Price points still kind of are in the blurry side when it comes down to this, but the release date is pointing of 2024 of next year. Yes, that is a long time. There's going to be quite a gap when it comes to new generation of hardware, but it's also a great breath of relief for everybody out there who is looking to build a PC within this upcoming year, and you don't have to worry about jumping on the latest and the greatest. If you choose to upgrade, you can easily go into a AM5 board, unless you just want to go to the Intel side. But anyway, that's besides the point. AMD did also mention that they are working on their codename Granite Ridge, which will contain up to 16 cores and up to 32 threads. It will contain 2 CCDs, which is practically almost identical to what AMD's Ryzen 7000 series chipsets have, such as the 7950X. The difference between this chipset is that they will be using N3E or N3P, which will be a big boost when it comes to their processors. You can see a power boost of up to 18%, and you can even see a power efficiency range of up to 34%, which would be great for AMD's Ryzen CPUs. As we all know, they run pretty dang hot. As you know, these processors do take a lot of heat. They do need some decent CPU cooling on them. This is kind of debatable, again, when it comes down to this because of their size. Going from a 5 nanometer down to a 3 nanometer, you can argue that because of the smaller space, it's a lot more easier for it to heat up. But that's not necessarily true, especially if the voltages decide to stay lower when it comes to their processor side when it comes to the 8000 series. Now, what type of improvements can you expect? I would think you would see an improvement of temperatures for sure. You should see some decent temperatures when it comes to your PC. You don't have to worry about your PC being like a furnace for a house, especially when it comes down to their new chipsets. Now, the performance boost should be really decent, especially coming from their Zen 4 processors. You should see a big improvement when it comes to power and usage from your CPU. It should also boost your video encoding, decoding, and it will also help multitasking capabilities, and also when it comes to gaming. As you know, X3D processors, they have a expanded L3 cache, which helps your gaming performance. Now, a big rumor that is also being said is that they will also expand or double the L2 cache when it comes to the processor. So that could be something that could possibly be coming when it comes to AMD's Ryzen 8000 series chipsets. Another great option for AMD's Ryzen 8000 series, especially for their laptop performance. We should see a big improvement when it comes to power efficiency. You can expect a lot more battery life when it comes to your laptops. AMD's Ryzen 8000 series should be a decent incremental upgrade, especially coming from AMD's Ryzen 7000 series. AMD also wants to keep on the promise and also continue to build on their X670Es and their B650 motherboards and continue to expand it up to 2026. We can expect a lot out of AMD that will be coming up in the next few years when it comes to their new AM5 generation. AMD will continue to do business with TSMC, so will Nvidia and other manufacturers that are interested in getting these smaller nodes. If you are looking for any extra information, I will post the links right down below. I hope you found this content very useful. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you know anybody else who is into PC and tech, make sure you share this video with them. And if you're not part of the big, wonderful fan bam already, make sure you go down and hit the subscribe button for more. And don't forget to hit the notification bell for all the newest updates. Make sure you follow my Twitter handle right here, as it is the same as my TikTok and IG as well. So fan bam guys, what are you looking forward into AMD's Ryzen 8000 series generation? Or what do you want to see from AMD? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Chris Mizo signing out.